and welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. This is going to be some audiobook recommendations because in March there is going to be an audiobookathon. As I said, in March, specifically March the 8th until the 21st, will be Audiobookathon, and I am one of the co-hosts, so I figured I would give you guys some recommendations for you guys to go check out. These aren't specific to the categories specifically, but there are some books on this list that will definitely help you with the challenges that we have put out there and things like that. So let's just get into the list. So these, I broke them down into different categories. You can always, if you are Goodreads friends with me, you can check out my shelves, and I have broken them down to audiobooks that I received through Audible Escape, or audiobooks that I received through Hoopla. Now, Hoopla is a little tricky because my Hoopla system could have very different books than your Hoopla system. It's all based on your local library system. And the other category that I'm going to be talking about today is audiobooks through Scribd that I have listened to. So here are some recommendations, and I'll make this really, really quick, and hopefully you'll just go and check out those links down in the description box for my different shelves and stuff like that. If you're not able to access them, you probably do have to become a Goodreads friend with me. Make sure that you are answering the Goodreads question on why you want to become my friend, because otherwise I will ignore that friend request. So the first book that I want to talk about was through my own library. I received it as a Audible original, and I believe you have to be a member to actually have access to it, or you may be able to buy it now. But when I was a member, or since I am a member, I was offered it for free beginning of last year, I think it was. But it's called Zero G by Dan Wells. This is a middle grade sort of story set in space. If you like the movie The Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt, then you will enjoy this middle grade version of this story. It's very PG. I really enjoyed it. It has a full cast of narrators, and it was just fun. It had sound effects, and it was just a lot of fun, and I think you guys should check it out. The next book I'm going to talk about is Dirty Letters by Vi Keelan and Penelope Ward. This is one of my favorite books from 2019. I listened to it as an audiobook, and it definitely took me on an emotional ride, with it being sexy, with it being funny, with it being emotional. It deals with a female that is sort of an agoraphobe. Not completely, because she does leave her house, but she had a tragic event that happened to her, and now that sort of affects her going out in public and being in public settings with other people. She'll go to the store at like 2 a.m. so that she doesn't have to deal with people and things like that. Well, when she was younger, before all of this trauma happened, she had a pen pal that was in England, and they wrote back and forth to each other from like the age of 8 until like the age of 18. So 10 years of writing back and forth. They were really good friends, and come to find out, they stopped writing each other, but he hadn't stopped writing her. She finds this out when she has to deal with some personal issues and some family matters and things like that. And it was just such a fun story, and the gut punch of emotion that was added to it was just the cherry on top. The next book I'm going to talk about is Rafe by Rebecca Witherspoon, and I think you guys should go check this one out, because if you like the show Grey's Anatomy, especially these newer seasons, like season 14, 15, 16, because I believe we're in season 16 right now, but the ones that have Maggie Pierce as the cardiothoracic goddess, then you're really going to enjoy this story. This story revolves around a male nanny and a hardcore cardiologist mother that has twin kids, and she needs a nanny, like right now, emergency. And this story was just a lot of fun, and it shows that, you know, women can do it all, but they can also be vulnerable and ask for help, and it was just such a good story. Really, really enjoyed it. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Controversial Princess by Jodi Ellen Malpass, and I placed this book on my list because the narration for this story, for this book and its second book, it's a duet, so you might want to listen to both books, but this story in particular, it has a lot of different characters in it. You have an Irish character, you have a bunch of English characters, you have American characters, and it's all done by one narrator. One single narrator. And I swear you would think it was a full cast of different narrators, because this narrator was just that phenomenal. She did an amazing American accent, an amazing Irish accent, amazing English accents, and you could just tell who were male characters, who were female characters, what the different nationalities were supposed to be of the characters, and just so good. Such a good pairing overall. I'm also going to recommend Becoming by Michelle Obama. I just recently read this one, and I did an entire vlog of it, so go check that out, because it sent me through an emotional ride. She does read it herself, so that does fit one of the challenges that we have out there of reading, narrating the book from the author, as well as, because she is somewhat of a celebrity, you could read it for that challenge as well. Through Audible Escape, it is a program that has actually changed its name. It used to be the Romance Package. Now it's called Audible Escape. It has a lot of romance books, and here are a few of those books that I think you guys should go check out. And starting it off is The AI Who Loved Me by Alyssa Cole. This audiobook has a full cast. It is only available in audiobook at this point in time, and it is so good. As a matter of fact, it can also fit the challenge of audiobook narrated by celebrities, because it has Mindy Keeling, it has Regina King, it has quite a few other celebrities that voice these characters in this book, and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm also going to tell you guys to go check out The Headmaster by Tiffany Reese. This was one of my favorites from last year, and I thought it was just phenomenal. It crosses genres in so many different ways. You have horror, you have gothic, romance, you have somewhat historical, and it just fills so many different needs, and the narration was pretty freaking amazing as well. Also, I think you guys should go check out Our Scripted Story by L.A. Fior. The Irish narration for this story was straight panty dropping. If you are a person that loves an Irish lilt, then I definitely say check this one out, because, yeah, it was so good. So good. The story is a childhood love story where you get to sort of see how they became a relationship, and then the trials and tribulations they end up having as they grow older and through their lives and things like that. It's all about their story. And finally, from Audible Escape, I think you guys should go check out Voyeur by Fiona Cole. I almost said Fiona Apple, who is a singer, not an author. Fiona Cole. And this story is very interesting. It is not safe for everyone, and definitely not safe for work. As the name says, it is a voyeurism sort of story, and it is sexy. It is steaming freaking hot, and it was just phenomenal. I was so drawn in and dragged into the story that I want to say I did it in like a day. It was just awesome. And I believe this is a quick read. So I believe it's under the 6-hour limit for the short audiobook challenge. For my audiobook Hoopla, or my Hoopla Digital, I think you guys should go check out and see if your Hoopla Digital has Straight Up Irish by Megan Vernon. This is about a set of brothers that have a whiskey business, and their father dies and leaves a clause in which they all have to get married within a certain amount of time, and these are their individual stories. This one starts it off, and I just really enjoyed it and think you guys should go check it out. Everybody's Got Something by Robin Roberts, and this is a celebrity that is also narrating her own book, and it's a nonfiction book as well. Yes, 3 challenges right there for you guys that are freaking amazing. Also, Becoming is a nonfiction book as well. But Everybody's Got Something is about Robin Roberts and everything that she went through. I did not realize, I knew that she had cancer, but I did not know all the things that went into the fact that she had cancer. She didn't have it just once, she had it twice, and then all of her family things that were going on simultaneously, and she does an amazing job at putting all of her emotion into this story of hers and making you feel comfortable with the fact that she's telling you her story. She's telling you her deepest, darkest parts of her, and it was just such a beautiful story. Also, go check out Book Boyfriend by Claire Kingsley. This is about it's a fiction story about a writer who's writing under a pen name, but it's a male writer writing under a female pen name, and he ends up starting a sort of online relationship with a blogger, and then come to find out he also, as himself, starts a relationship with someone that is helping his father out. So there is a lot of witty banter. It's sweet, it's sexy, and it was just a lot of fun, and I think you guys should go check it out. And then the last book that I'm going to talk about from my Hoopla that I received was Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. This is narrated by the author, narrated by a celebrity. If you don't know who Anna Kendrick is, she is pretty much the star of the singing movies. Why can't I think of the singing movies? Yep, can't. What are the damn singing movies? These singing movies, yeah. I cannot believe I'm totally drawn a blank. But she talks about how she got to the point where she was in these movies, and it's so much fun, and she makes fun of herself, and it's very light, and it's just such a good ride. And she is an excellent comedian, like seriously, an excellent comedian. So I only have 2 books that I've read from Scribd that I want to recommend to you, and that is The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. I really enjoyed this listen. It's about a librarian. She is introverted, but at the same time likes to socialize and things like that. She ends up finding out that she has a family, even though she didn't know who her father was for most of her life until now, after he dies, and he sort of wills her a family and a whole bunch of other things that go along with it. I loved that it was more women's fiction than it was a romance, and I just really enjoyed it. Also, I think you guys should go check out Well Read Black Girl by Gloria Edom, and quite a few other authors, artists, entertainers, things like that. So it will fulfill the nonfiction challenge, as well as read by a celebrity and read by the author challenge, because it's an anthology. There's a bunch of stories in it, and each story is read by that specific author. So there's that. Alrighty, so hopefully that will help you guys out in finding some new books that you have never heard of, something that might intrigue you, things like that. Let's discuss those different choices down in the comment section. Are you going to participate in Audiobookathon? If you haven't seen the announcement videos, please do check that out. I will make sure that they are linked above and below in the description box, as well as in the cards throughout this video. And yeah, I hope you guys get your listen on, because it's amazing. Audiobooks are phenomenal things to do, to use, to get in some reading, especially when you're cleaning or when you're commuting, or if you need it because you are visually impaired. Yeah, audiobooks are amazing. They're great. Amazing. Awesome. Can't say that enough. Alrighty, so if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. All of my information, social stuff, is down there as well. Ko-fi page. Donations are greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.